Hello, my name is Gabriel Guijarro.
And my name is Isaac Smith, his teammate working on the project ComboCounter Heavy Bag version 2.0.
And this is our wish list for some of the shortcomings that we found.
Most importantly for this application, the heavy bag, and more importantly, the heavy bag sensor is one of definitely the first priority that would be worked on for this list. Um, on working with, when we first received the sensor from the product owner and began running tests with it, uh, we were getting a connection when we were running the application, but for some reason the data wasn't being transmitted, it wasn't being read. So in that, we definitely would want to try to get this sensor working again or connected again to the application so that we'd be able to get at least some sort of reading. And once we get that, we can kind of uh, tamper with it so that we can try to get readings that are more accurate, more on the nose. Um, and directly following that, once the sensor has been integrated again, setting up the handicap would be the next best thing, being added not only to the combo score mode, but to every mode. Basically, if a adult was going to be doing one of the competitive modes against a child, if the child was using 100% of their force, like in the settings, then the adult who would uh, be more powerful than a child, they can have a handicap set so that they're only doing maybe 70% or 60% of the force that they are outputting, so that it can have a more competitive chance for the child, and it will promote a very good environment so that it's not like the adult is just overpowering the child, but it'll definitely be closer in terms of that. Another thing is adding in more multiplayer modes and not just two players. So one thing that we speculated about doing is instead of having two modes where the screen is split in half, where the first user is on the left and the second user is on the right, there could be a you would have the first user to come up and they would do start their game mode what the time when the time runs out or the force has been added up for that user. Once that is done, then there'd be some sort of prompt that would say to move to the next user or something of that nature, so that you could kind of have like a rotational um, user system, so you wouldn't have to be trying to cram all the same information for multiple users, because things will start getting cramped. So uh, maybe setting however many users are going to be participating in a mode first, and then when the next person is prompt to move, then the second user will go, then the third user will go, and the fourth user will go, and there may be some sort of results table at the end that compares and shows who did the best, who did the worst, or some other sort of comparative contrast thing, so that you can see who is doing better than the others, who's doing worse than the others, and it would promote that competitive feel while still keeping it jovial.
We also wanted to mention that most of our users are going to be punching the bag with glove, meaning every time they are going to try to run the program or stop the program, they will have to actually probably take off the glove before doing so. So this could be a little bit of the inconvenience for them. So to make it a little bit more friendly user, it would be nice if the program had a voice recognition system where the user would say something like start or run the program or stop the program. And it would be really easy for them to function the app like with just the voice. Something else that we wanted to add, it was to give the user the option for ascending and descending timer. But we were getting some strange error with if we will have both one we actually uh interrupt the other one for kind of sake. Like we could only have one of them at a time. So it will be nice if in the future we could have both of them for the
Yeah,
user.
so add the option for the user to be able to choose if they want to have an ascending timer or a descending timer. And then when that option is chosen, then it can choose that specific timer method, and then you can continue from there.
Yes, I do. Something else I wanted to mention is that adding all these new functionalities and would definitely affect the database in relation with the histogram. So that will be something that we would like to for to be work on the future.
And that is just a couple of the things that we thought that would be best for future generations or future teams to work on for the ComboCounter heavy bag. Just a couple things with an idea of kind of how to get going. We thank you for watching and have a great day.